All right, and here we go. We will convene very, very shortly. I don't know what that message from Sage means. Oh, I see what Nathan did now. Oh, I see the picture Sage was talking about. Interesting. Good journalism. Good journalism, Sage. I see that picture you sent now. They're doing subliminal marketing at over there at Indie Game Cloud. I'm gonna have to straighten them out a little bit. I blew that image up, and I see what you mean. Wow, that's good investigative journalism there, Sage. I'm just gonna say it right now. That's A++ journalism. He will be sued. He's taking credit for things that he does not. Maybe that'll be a little conspiracy episode that we'll do. We'll do a little conspiracy episode, and we'll put that in. I see he released a new video, a Black Mesa video. Chapter 4, it appears. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You might ask yourself why I've got a picture of the Olympics for 2028 up. Well, we'll get to that shortly, but for now, we're gonna hit that like button, Sage. I know you don't like to do it, but we need it. The real cloud needs it. The real thundercloud. Oh, an even better picture. Well, let me just check this out. Yeah, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. They're trying to plug it into the program. I bet you it was a inside job by both Nathan and Dan. I don't think Dan's clean on this either. I don't think his hands are clean at all. I have an alternate theory, but I'm going to go with yours. I'll go with your theory for now. Definitely. It's definitely what he's up to. Up to no good. Troublemaker like he always has been when he was a kindergartner, biting people's arms. All right, Sage, what would you like to start with? Do you want to start with the Olympic stuff? Do you want to start with hockey, baseball, or basketball, or basketball? We'll let the wrench decide. The wrench needs a bit more power, based on what he's been telling me. You have no idea what I'm going to talk about for the Olympics? Well, today the NFL announced, I believe, that NFL players will be allowed to partake in the Olympics playing flag football. And there was also an article on ESPN talking about how Justin Jefferson, it's always been a dream of his to win a gold medal or to play in the Olympics. He talked about watching track and stuff growing up. I guarantee you that Justin Jefferson didn't give two fucks about winning a flag football gold medal, but obviously it's there to, pipe things up. Now, we don't know a lot of the ins and outs as to like how many people are going to be allowed to partake or anything like that. Still going to have to go through the collective bargaining agreement because like what if a player gets injured at the Olympics? I know, it's not going to be like because of being hit or anything like that, but soft tissue injuries can occur all the time. So all I'm going to say is like it's good in one sense that, yeah, you'll have some NFL players playing and like that's going to get eyes on it, so it will help with it being a draw. But like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, the United States of America is going to bring home a gold medal every day of the week if they've got people playing in the Olympics. There's just pretty much all these players are American players, so let's not kid ourselves there. But yeah, I guarantee that Justin Jefferson wanted a gold medal growing up to play flag fucking football. Guaranteed. So let's move off that. Let's talk a little shop. Let's talk a little let's talk a little hockey here. So, actually makes me feel a little bit better. Florida waltzes into Carolina tonight, beats the ever-loved shit out of the Carolina Hurricanes 5-2. It just seems like Carolina's the team to, or not Carolina. It seems like Florida's the team to beat. I mean, 5-2 ball game. You got goals from pretty balanced. I mean, Sam Bennett got one. AJ Greer, whoever the fuck that is, got one. E2 Luostarinen got a goal. You also got this Carter Verhaeghe. I know that guy from the last series. Good little player there. And Eric Ekblad scored as well. And Sergei Bobrovsky stood on his head again. .939 save percentage for the night. He made 33 saves, only let 2 goals. Welcome to the Thundercloud Corpsto. So there you go. 1-0 for the bad guys, Florida Panthers. Tomorrow I think we've got Edmonton kicking off against the Stars. So we're officially back in business for hockey. So yeah. Oh, we'll talk a little more hockey. Just let me think. It appears the Toronto sports media are absolute dipshits. They don't know how to cover sports. In fact, I'd say all the Canadian markets don't, but Toronto does tend to be probably the worst coverage. They're making a big deal about Austin Matthews saying that players were passengers or something during the game. Sage, you can get the direct quote from me if you like. But, I don't really think what he said was bad or anything like that. If it was me, it would be a lot worse. It'd be like, oh, how are we supposed to win when we can't score a fucking goal and our goalie can't make a fucking save? That's what I'd be saying. So, it's a good thing I'm not the captain of the Maple Leafs, because I would have had a little bit more choice words for us. Would have threw a lot of people under the bridge. Tell you one thing, I get so sick, it's like, well, John Tavares should be the captain. Okay, well, you still got John Tavares on the fucking team. You think he can't offer leadership if he doesn't have a fucking C on his chest? I was looking the other day, too. We had too many passengers this game. What's the problem? You lost 6-1. There was passengers. You scored a goal, you let 6. I'd say fucking the entire team was passengers, if you ask me. Let's just be real here. So I was kind of looking up kind of an interesting little Alexander Ovechkin fact. He only ever made it out of the second round once in his career, the year that he won the Stanley Cup. Don't ask me what year that was. It's only going to make me mad because I don't know. There you go. It takes a while to win a fucking Stanley Cup in a salary cap era. It's a bit different than back in the 90s. Well, actually, before 2005-2006 season, there was no salary cap. So teams like Detroit and the Maple Leafs could spend more money than other teams. It was a lot different. So, I don't know. In the salary cap era, I could be wrong, but I don't believe there's been a team that's won more than 2 Stanley Cups in that duration. Okay, so they won in 2018. So he'd gone a good chunk of his career without a cup. And without much playoff success as well, right? So, the Penguins have 2, don't they? Because I know, Boston has 2. Tampa, I think, has 2. Those other fuckers, Chicago Blackhawks, have 2. All right, well, there you go. The Penguins have 3. Needless to say, it's a little bit harder to win a Stanley Cup these days than it was before. So I don't want to hear about 1967. I don't want to hear about 1993. I want to hear, here's some facts that people don't want to look at. Oh, Montreal won so many Stanley Cups. Okay. They were the only ones allowed to fucking draft Quebec players in, the 60s and 70s and shit? No other team was allowed to take those players. So tell me that's not an advantage when you've got those types of players in the league. They produce great players. You're telling me that's not a huge advantage? That would never happen today. Thank God. It's absolute bullshit. It's straight trash as far as you ask me. So the fact that we have the Leafs have 13 cups, the fucking Habs have 24, who gives a fuck? Let's talk about the modern era, because that's the thing about Habs fans. It's oh, we got all these cups. All right, you haven't won since 1993. 1993 is the last time you won. You're telling me that that's not a huge advantage to have drafting all Quebec players? Like, that's like Mario Lemieux, Quebec player. It's like if Toronto was allowed to just draft Ontario players. You think that wouldn't be a big deal? Like, oh yeah, you get Wayne Gretzky. And here's another thing for the fucking Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton didn't draft Wayne Gretzky. They fucking paid money and signed him from some fucking WHL team. And you're telling me, oh yeah, Wayne Gretzky, blah, 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 greatest of all time. I don't believe he is, personally. But, like, okay, their team wasn't fucking loaded, too? Like, but you're not going to just buy fucking players. That's just crazy, man. It's a complete different era. So when Edmonton wins a cup, in the 2000s, then we can talk. But the way I look at it, Florida's the team to beat. Florida's the best overall team in the fucking league. The Leafs have fucking lost, 4 or 5 Game 7s in a row to a team that has advanced to the Stanley Cup Championship. It's fucking hard to win a fucking Stanley Cup. So I'm just sick and tired of these fucking idiots all the time. These fucking marks. Like, ooh, they choked. No, Florida's a fucking good team. They could probably beat the shit out of any fucking team. So I think Florida's taking this fucking series. They're going to ram themselves down our fucking throats, and they're going to win the fucking cup. That's the way I see it. Edmonton, not a complete team. Fucking got the worst goalie in the fucking league. I don't even know his name. Picard or something. Spent 13 years in the fucking minor leagues. Has a sub 900 save percentage. And their defense isn't great. So yeah, if you're going to beat the Stars, you're going to have to fucking throw up a lot of 5-4 ball games. So, good luck there. But when you get to maybe it'll happen. It might. I think Florida's going to take them down. I think Florida's got more depth. And potentially the Leafs gave them the best run for the money that we're going to see. Doesn't matter, though. Not to the Toronto sports media. None of these people know what they're doing. All they're trying to do is fucking create a stir to get fucking clickbait. That's all these fucking people do. Pretty much half of them haven't even fucking played the goddamn sport or even watched it. Like, watch the fucking Sportsnet telecast. You think all those chicks that are broadcasting about the fucking sport know a goddamn thing about fucking hockey? You think that fucking clown on Sportsnet from fucking Nova Scotia, what's his name, Ken Reed or whatever, do you think he knows a fucking thing about sports? I'm sorry. Hell to the fucking no. So fuck you, Ken Reed. Slow your fucking roll. Learn how to fucking do your goddamn job or I'll fucking do it for you, you son of a bitch. So we got a 1-0 score, Panthers and Carolina Hurricanes. Good work, Florida. I'm pulling for you, Florida. You guys are nasty motherfuckers. You guys are dogs, even though you're cats. So let's pivot to the NBA. I'm not going to cover a ton about the NBA. All we really need to say is that OKC pulled it off late. It was a real tight game entering the fourth quarter, but they outscored the Minnesota Timberwolves by 16 points in the fourth quarter. We'll just focus on the players that did well. Looks like SGA did well. It's 31 points, but looks like they had a pretty balanced attack. Some motherfucker named Chet Holmgren scored 15 points. Jalen Williams got 19. Isaiah Hartenstein, who I've liked for a long time, 7'2" center, 12 points. And then their bench, they had a player with 8, 9, and 7. So pretty balanced attack there. It's going to be a tough series for the Timberwolves. Probably OKC's going to win this. So I don't even know who. Chet. It sounds like a made-up name. Chet. Bull Chet. That's what I'm going to say to him. But yeah, we got 1-0. So the next game we got tomorrow is going to be your loser Knicks going up against the fucking loser Pacers. So we'll see which team sucks the least there. We do have some Blue Jays stuff to go over. They did manage to pull off a win today. Pitching looked pretty clean, pretty pristine, if you ask me. So Chris Bassett lowered his ERA to 2.83. He's got a 4-2 record. Not that I give a fuck about wins and losses when it comes to pitchers, because I fucking sure as hell don't. Looks like Vladimir Guerrero and Anthony Santander hit their 6 home runs respectively, or 6 home run of the season respectively, I should say. So it's nice to see them lighten it up. But I mean, it's only a 3-0 ball game, so would like to see the offense, get it going a little bit more there. But Jeff Hoffman picked up his 10th save. Uriel Rodriguez continues to look good. He might even be someone I think about getting in the fantasy league. He's lowered his ERA to 3.38. He's got his 6th hold of the season. Hell, I might even start thinking about adding this Brendan Little. He picked up his 9th hold of the year. He's got a fucking 1.61 ERA, and I watched him a little bit tonight. And, I kind of like that he's got that little 94-mile-an-hour fastball that goes down in the zone. Because what happens when the ball goes down and someone swings at it? Well, generally speaking, that ball's going to get hit into the fucking dirt. Apparently he's got like a knuckle curve or some shit to go along with it, but Jays 23 and 24, just stick around 500 for a bit and then do what you can after. I don't believe there was a ton for us to go over in the world of our fantasy sports. Pete Rose's haircut, V2. I believe, though, there was a couple transactions. So it looks like Vlad the Impaler's dropped starting pitcher Max Meyer of the Miami Dolphins. He's a guy I've had on my team before. Young guy, probably better in real life than in fantasy, but he's a pretty good guy there. Now, we do have bases loaded IBB adding Hayden Birdsong, starting pitcher from the San Francisco Giants, and dropping Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins. I need to see what Byron Buxton's doing. He used to be a guy that he just doesn't play half the fucking time, so that's probably a fucking problem there, right? But what's he doing? He's got a 1.8 WAR this year. That's a high WAR. He's got an 834 OPS. That's actually a really high OPS. He's got 10 home runs. Huh. I wonder why the fuck he dropped him. If anyone's looking for an outfielder, Byron Buxton might be a decent ad. He's also got 8 stolen bases on the year. I don't know. I'm not necessarily sure that was a great play. So yeah, if you need an outfielder, you might want to take a look at him. Okay, 2nd overall pick in 2022. So yeah, he's probably pretty fucking good then. Probably pretty fucking good then. Let's just take a look here. What else do we have to go over, Sage? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the playoffs so far? Who do you think's taking it in the? Let's start with basketball. Who's taking it in the West and who's taking it in the East? We'll let your Knicks have a little bit of time under the sun here because we know you're picking the Knicks. You think it's OKC versus the Knicks? I'm going to tend to agree with you. I think the Timberwolves can put up a fight, though. So I don't see that being a series that goes less than 6 games. So it could be a pretty competitive game, but I don't know. They really shut down in the 4th quarter tonight from what the scorecard says. So I'll agree with you. Probably OKC versus Knicks. All right, what about hockey? So, I mean, obviously Florida's going to be advantaged here because they're up 1-0. So, in hockey, who's winning? Who's going to the finals? I think I know who you're going. So, you think Florida for sure? The fact you have certainty must tell you that the Leafs lost to a pretty damn good team if you're absolutely certain they're going to beat the fucking Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It'd be nice to see Edmonton go. The only thing, though, about Edmonton is, like I said, they lack talent on the back end, right? So offensively, they're going to have to win like crazy shootouts, which I don't think is sustainable this time of year, to be honest with you. I do want to pivot back to... Yeah, I mean, they've got the talent to do it. You never know. I mean, it's going to be a cockfight for sure. But we'll see what happens. It'll be an entertaining round, I'm quite sure. But what is this guy's name? Fucking Birdsong? What kind of a name is fucking Birdsong? Sounds sweet, though. Sounds like a swan singing a goddamn sonnet. So this Hayden Birdsong. How old is he? He's 23. Okay. That's a good start. I'm just trying to figure out why this move was made. He's got a 4.73 FIP, so that's an adjusted ERA. It doesn't always mean, the end of the world there, the end all be all. 2.31 ERA. That tells me that's not sustainable because last year he had a 4.75 ERA, 4.67 FIP. He did have a good game tonight, though. Does pitch in a nice little pitcher's ballpark. He did get 11 strikeouts, or no. How many strikeouts did he get tonight? So he had let one run to the Royals. It was an unearned run. He only had 4 strikeouts over 5 innings, so that's not terrible. Not super great, though. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think for you guys that need an outfielder, Byron Buxton. I think the price is right. Looking for power, speed, a little bit of, not so much the average, but a good OPS. I'm advising you might want to pick up Byron Buxton. All right, I don't think, other than, Sage, what are your thoughts on flag football becoming a thing before we go? Yeah, and this article looks so stupid. Vikes, Jefferson dreams of winning Olympic gold. Okay. Maybe he should dream of winning a fucking Super Bowl instead. How's that sound, fucking Minnesota? I don't think it's going to be entertaining at all. Because, I think I read something, though, that they would only let one person play per country, maybe. But, I don't know. What other countries have, super talented guys? What are we going to do? Put a fucking offensive or defensive lineman there from Canada? Is that really going to make a big difference? Probably not. I guess we got that running back that plays on Cincinnati. But I don't think that's going to be a huge difference maker. So, yeah, USA's going to win the gold medal, so it's going to be pretty uneventful. I don't know, to me, I kind of feel like it'll be one and done. I think they'll do the flag football 2028. I just don't. Maybe the ratings will be there, though. But the ratings are only going to be there if, the stars are playing. You know what I mean? It just kind of seems like if you flag football and you've got the Americans playing their players, it almost seems like a Pro Bowl, which no one has any interest in whatsoever. So, I don't know. I'm not, give it a whirl, but it's kind of fucking dumb. You think about it. It wasn't that fucking long ago they took wrestling out of the Olympics. A real fucking sport. And now we're putting in fucking flag football. Okay. Whatever gets your rocks off there, Roger Goodell, son of a bitch. All right, we're going to leave on that note. We think it's going to be a colossal failure, and we are probably right. Sage and I are in agreement for the playoffs. Probably going to be Stars versus Panthers for the NHL, and Knicks versus OKC. Although the Pacers are going to give you a good fight, so that's the series I'm looking forward to the most in all of these sports, to be honest. But we'll see how it all shakes out. All right, that's it from the Thundercloud. We will reconvene again tomorrow. But for now, Kangaroo Court is adjourned. So have a good night, everyone. And we'll do it again tomorrow. And that's my cue to leave all of you. All right, later, guys.